So I did BC in July this year. Tom and Cindy moved in near our road, I don't know, 18 months ago, something like that. And they both started talking about this amazing guy they'd met, Richard, and this amazing course they did. It was, I think we came to a recharge day probably last November. And I'll be honest, I was probably fairly cynical about it when I first came here last year. I was, it felt probably, everyone was so evangelical about it, it felt almost like a bit of a cult that you know, people are so passionate about it. I was like, wow, what do they do to everyone? And so I sort of said, well, that all sounds great, but you know, my life was fine. There was nothing wrong with me, or I felt nothing wrong with me at all. Like, there was, you know, I have a lovely home, I have a beautiful, lovely wife, a lovely little girl. You know, if someone said to me, what problems do you have, I couldn't put my finger to anything. But what I did have was this sense of always living my life with a handbrake on, is what I called it. That, I talked about a 70% life. I think, Richard, you call it a near-life experience. And it was always this, I don't know about anyone else, I always had these sort of little daydreams when I'm walking along, listening to my iPod, about things that I would do in particular situations. And I never felt able to do them. There was always part of me that said, well, you know, I'll be taking a risk and maybe I'd look like an idiot, maybe I'd do something wrong, maybe people would laugh at me, and you know, that was the most terrible thing in the world. So what it meant was that all the way through, you know, from as young as I can remember, I'd never fully been me. And that's a really hard thing to live with all the time, that you're sort of always feeling like you're letting yourself down. And then my little girl was born about 18 months ago, and I was terrified of passing that script on to her. I'd sort of known with my own parents that both brilliant, amazing people, but they've probably been in that same situation. I thought, well, you know, I've picked that up, even though with my mum in particular, she never stopped telling me how amazing I was, how brilliant I was, all the stuff that I could do, and I still had that script. So I just went, well, that's not good enough for my little girl, so I'm definitely going to give this course a try. If you came and saw my life now from the outside, nothing from the outside is different. Same stuff that went wrong before still goes wrong now. I have good days in terms of things happening in my life, and I have bad days. But fundamentally, no matter what of that stuff happens, I still think I'm awesome. So I come away, you know, I still have good days at work, and whereas before, if I had a bad day, I'd come away beating myself up that I'd done something wrong, you know, made a mistake, and that was terrible because I'd messed up. Whereas now I just kind of come back and go, I'm still going to make mistakes in the future, but I'm still awesome. Little things that I do now, so those daydreams in my head that become reality now. So you probably see Tom, myself and Ryan are all sporting this ridiculous facial hair at the moment. This is for a charity called Movember. Some of the guys might know what it is. For 3 or 4 years this has been going on now. Lots of my friends have done it. I've never felt able to do it because I thought people might laugh at me. This is the first year that I actually felt able to do it, and then when Richard said we might speak on stage, my script went bang. So I never would have done this before. Second, apart from on my wedding day, I would never dance. Again, I was always worried that someone would think I'm stupid or I wouldn't dance properly. Since doing BC, I have no problem with that whatsoever. And finally, probably just in terms of, you know, professional stuff, I'd always felt like I had the capabilities to go for it, but I'd never actually properly gone for it. BC made me realise that the only thing that was stopping me from going for it, for want of a better phrase, releasing all the talents that were always there, was my script telling me I couldn't do it, I wouldn't do it properly, or if I couldn't do it, most dangerously of all, if I couldn't do it perfectly, I shouldn't do it at all. BC's got through all of that for me. I never have a problem going for it now at all, and my life is now fully with a handbrake off, and that's just brilliant.